Taurus! Taurus, what is up, Taurus? I hope you are having a fantastic week so far. Let's put your dice over here. I just want to give you a big thank you to all of you Tauruses who subscribe to my channel. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I do the astrology by rising sign, so just be aware of that. And yeah, I just want to give you guys a big thanks. And if you want to be entered to win a tarot reading like I do here with the astrology and everything, I do a monthly draw for that. So all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and let me know down in the comments that you've subscribed. That way I can put your name in a bucket and put that bucket on my desk and draw it out of the bucket. I'll do it old school. And then I'll also, if you want to read, oh my goodness, if you would like to have another entry, wow, this sucks. If you'd like to have another entry into the draw, of course, all you have to do is go to my website, subscribe to the newsletter, and then you'll be entered every month for a free reading. And also you get 10% off of any sort of service on my website. So yeah, check that out. Worth it for an extra entry, right? All right. Well, let's go into this. Let's check it out. So, Taurus, it's crazy. This is a new moon that's coming up, Taurus. So, what we got going on for your astrology? So, Mercury has gone direct rather, and it's finally in the house of Scorpio again, which is your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So you could actually be getting deeper into, getting down to the truth in your relationships while Mercury is here, because it really likes to communicate the things that it discovers deep in the depths. And this new moon is actually happening in that house as well for you, the relationship house. So you'd expect some big changes, especially since Venus is going to be square Pluto. This is happening from your this is happening. Okay, Venus is in your 6th house of like daily work and stuff and like daily routines and like also your health. So it's kind of been a nice time for you actually, Taurus, for health wise. And this is kind of going into your beliefs. So it's kind of taking your daily routines and it's causing okay, so Venus, when it meets Pluto, this is like some drama because Pluto is transformation and Venus is like relationships, love, money, all that kind of stuff. So expect some kind of little bit of drama happening. And Venus will be aspecting all the major stuff in your 9th house, which is going to be, it's actually kind of like bringing a lot of beauty to you in your, basically your beliefs, and also like teachers, foreign travel, all that kind of stuff. So it's really bringing a lot of beauty to that house, even though it's a square. But squares generally bring a little bit of tension actually causes a lot of growth. So this is like kind of a nice place for you. All right, so let's see what else is going on. This new moon, of course, is happening in Scorpio, your 7th house. And the new moon is actually on an interesting degree. It's at 20 degree to like 24. And at 23 degrees and 48 minutes, there is a star called Aegina, which is a star of good health, high morals, and success with the masses. So this is being in your house of partnerships. I feel like it's kind of like a good thing for you. I mean, especially if it's good health. I mean, good relationship health, high morals in your relationships, and success with the masses. Like maybe you're partnering with more people. Like that's a great place. And especially if it's a new moon, you can actually plant the seeds for whatever you'd like to manifest. New moon manifestations, of course, are always a little bit better. Like once you're through the new moon energy and you're into the next following few days, because it's not so intense and like clearing. That's just a little tip there. And also on the same day, actually today I think, which is the 13th, Mars has gone direct. So you're actually going to be seeing a lot more energy. For you, this is in the house of like hidden things and hidden enemies, hidden whatever hidden stuff is going on that you can't really see. So if you encounter some like weird stuff or weird thoughts that are a little bit more aggressive than normal, just be aware that that's where it's coming from. It's not directly coming from you per se, because you're actually pretty chill in all this energy. But yeah, whenever Mars is starting to go forward after retrograde motion, it is rather intense and virile, I want to say. I don't know why virile popped up. But yeah, anyways, so let's go forward into the rest of the week. We have Venus square Jupiter, which, I mean, this is two benefic planets squaring. So, like, this is some tension once again in your house of beliefs, travel, foreign places, like all that kind of stuff. And this is like bringing beauty to that. So the challenge is to bring more beauty into this area of your life. And what else we got going on? Yeah, as we move that, we have Sun sextile Saturn, which is nice. That's a nice beneficial energy. And then we'll go into the 18th where, like, once again, we're moving, Venus is moving through the sign. So now it's going to be aspecting Saturn at the very end. And this is a nice aspect. And once again, it's bringing beauty to work, beauty to your beliefs, the long-term things like religion, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, this is an intense time. It's kind of like, you know, making sure that things are in alignment with your heart, I feel like. All right. And then on the 21st, we have the moon trine Venus, which is a nice energy. And this is all happening at like 0 degrees. Like, there's a bunch of stuff happening at 0 degrees that day. And so it's pretty intense. It's on the 21st, which is like a month away from the great transition, which is Jupiter and Saturn moving into Aquarius together. And yeah, so we're like a month away from that. That's pretty crazy. All right, well, that's it. I mean, that's all I got for your astrology. So let's go into your tarot reading. So what do I got for you, my lovely Taurians? I got your where you're coming from right now, like basically your past week, past month, past lifetime, if you're new. What you got coming up for this week, the energy that you'll be stepping into, and then we'll go into messages from Spirit, just things you need to know. And things that Spirit or universe is trying to tell you. Universe, God, angels, whatever you believe in. I think it's all the same. It's all the same energy. We're all in the field of energy, the supreme consciousness, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, we all believe the same thing, I believe, in the end. What we got coming up here? This is for this week. What we got coming up, or like last week? Okay, so it felt like you made a decision here, Taurus. Like, you're like, I don't want to juggle anything anymore. I just want to do one thing and I just want to go for it. And yeah, it seems like it, you know, who wants to sit there on rocky shores juggling things forever? Like, nobody wants to do that. Like, it's ridiculous. All right, so it seems like you put down one of the pentacles. You're no longer on the roller coaster. And what's going on with this energy? Ooh, this has happened to be a love situation. So maybe you finally, you know what, you picked somebody, Taurus. And you know what, maybe there's some heartbreak in that, but there's also some healing in that. So it kind of, it's like a bittersweet sort of like bittersweet happening, Taurus. This, I feel like, yeah, it's a love thing, or maybe it's some sort of disappointment, because the Three of Swords could also represent disappointment, and this could be maybe you left a job or something. You're like, maybe you left your other job, now you're just working your side hustle, or maybe you're trying to find something else. But for now, you know what, you're a little bit disappointed, which is fine. But the disappointment is actually beneficial, because now you're actually healing from it. So yeah, I mean, that's great, because the swords are pulling out. But I always kind of attribute that like a sliver, like you're trying to pull out a sliver. It hurts, but then you know what? Like a few days later, you don't even remember that you even had a sliver. So it's healing. It's all good. Let's see the energy. Ooh, interesting. You got the Two of Pentacles here, but then you got the Two of Swords upright. So it feels like you're kind of vacillating, or you have been vacillating on something, some sort of decision that you need to make, Taurus. Let's see what this decision about. King of Wands. So this is to do with like your willpower, your determination, your creativity, really. I always look at this card and I think he's sitting on like this throne, but he's also on a precipice. And I feel like he's like looking over his lands and like, what can he do? So I feel like you're about to make, or you have been about to make a decision over something that's very important to you. Like something to do with creativity. Maybe it's your job thing or whatever. But I feel like there's something important that's coming up for you. I'm seeing like, this is also fire energy. I'm seeing the salamander here. He's just chilling. Yeah, a lot of yellows, a lot of solar plexus energy here. So you may have even been experiencing some like acid reflux or something. Like that is a very big possibility, especially with all that fire energy. But you got a lot of water, a lot of earth, a lot of like, it feels, your last week feels pretty balanced. So it doesn't feel like you're off in any one direction. If anything, your thoughts have been a little bit wild just because you're trying to heal from whatever's going on. So yeah, I mean, not a bad place to come from, of course. But let's see where you're going for this week. Let's see what's going on. What's going on this week? This could also be trying to decide with a person, perhaps. Like this could be representative of like an older male in your life, with lighter hair. So maybe you're trying to decide if you want to be in a relationship with them. Let's see what this first card is. The Ten of Swords reversed. Yes, this is the end to anxiety, the end to pain. These swords, like, I'm glad we're getting all these swords cards in the reverse position, because upright, this card sucks. But in the reverse card, you know what? Whatever anxiety and shit you've been feeling lately, that's kind of melting away. This week is going to be like a relief, finally. Some sort of, you know, chance to take a break and like recollect. Interesting, we got the Eight of Swords here though. So this is, I feel like this is like when you're trapped in the void. And what I mean by the void is like, you know, when you've been working on something for so long, it's like this is your life, and then that thing just ends or you complete it, and then you're just standing like in the void, like you don't really know where to put your attention or what to do. And I feel like in that space you're beginning to have like some sort of fears or anxiety. I always call this card the dis-ease card, not disease, but like she's sitting here, standing rather, not very bound up, like very hard. Like she could easily get out of this. And like none of these swords are actually hurting her, but she just feels the tension of the swords around her. So I feel like despite having a break from whatever this is, the challenge here is to not get wrapped up in fear, because fear is the killer of all things, man. Fear sucks. So eliminate fear in your life, like however you can. I know it's hard, obviously. It's fear. It's like one of the main things that everybody uses to control us. Like a scared person is a lot more easier to control than a happy person. So this could have it to do with like media or whatever. So let's see what the underlying energy of this card is. The Tower. Interesting. Yeah, there's a fear of change here. This could be you stepping into a new role, a new position, but at the same time of like there being a great relief, it's like, oh no, like what is gonna happen? Like I don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm you know, freaking out. But at the same time, like you have the option of facing this head on. And like the Tower card, I love the Tower card. It's about going back down to your foundations and building up. Like, this is what I mean about like the void. Like when you're stuck in that place and you don't know what to do, it's kind of like going back to foundations. Like say if you've been doing like, you know, advanced meditation practices and like advanced magic and all this kind of stuff, but then you realize that you haven't been doing the basics. So I feel like this is a time to like go back to the basics, realign yourself with center, so that you can eliminate this fear, because like you don't need fear. Fear's bullshit. All right, so let's see what the energy of this. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so we got the Five of Wands here. So this is, it's competition, like, but it's playful. Like none of these guys are angry. Like they're all just like hanging out, having a good time, like playing around. But it is fiery energy. There's movement here. There's like action being taken place, and at the same time as all this action is taking place, there's an offer of prosperity that's coming through. So I feel like this is like, step out of this fear. This fear doesn't belong here. Like you don't need this fear at all, because you're going through something. You're going through a life change here, Taurus, and you're entering into a space that may be more competition oriented than you're used to. This could also be literally mean doing sports. Like this is like the sports card, and through that you may actually gain connections, and you may actually receive a message about some sort of money, some sort of job even. If you're looking for a job, I feel like something is coming for you this week, and it's going to be presented in a way. I feel like it's going to come from this willingness to participate in the competition. Like you know what I mean? Like trying to, like, basically somebody's gonna like spot you from the sideline and be like, yeah, him, I want that guy. Like, you know, I don't know if I'm not a sports guy, so yeah, well, yeah, you know what I mean? Like what are they called? Scouts? Yeah, I feel like this could be like a scout situation where some people see you actually going through your stuff, ignoring fear, and they're like, oh shit, maybe I want them, I want to work with them because they seem to have it together despite all this stuff happening. So yeah, sweet Taurus, that's pretty cool. All right, let's go a little bit further and see what you got coming up for your messages from Spirit. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay, so Spirit wants you to talk. Oh, Spirit's talking about Queen of Cups. So this is like the Empress card, basically. This is a divine feminine person. This is somebody who's capable of manifesting. This is a very kind person. A very kind motherly figure. Could also, I mean, could literally be your mom. But this is somebody connected to their emotions, who's very emotionally stable, who manifests from their emotions. Like, look at the cup. Look at the shape of that cup. It is the most ornate cup. It has like sphinxes on it and like all sorts of like symbols, and oh man, it's a crazy cup. But she created it because she's the Queen of Cups. She can do whatever the heck she wants. All right, so let's see what the next underlying energy of this card is. The Six of Pentacles. So yes, this is a card about fairness, like making sure that you're giving as much as you're receiving. And I feel like in all of this, you may be giving too much, so be open to receiving. And I feel like that's where this pentacle is going to come in too. Like if you're open to receiving, like focus on your left hand and just like focus on energy coming into that hand. Like picture it just like like a funnel, like, you know, like, and like picture it moving into your hand and like really get that receptive energy going, because that, like, if you can move that energy within your body, like out from this hand and into this hand, and kind of get that energy flowing, practice on a tree, that's always very helpful. It's also very grounding. But if you can do that, you may actually open up this palm more. This is a very important and receptive point. The whole left side of your body is the feminine energy, and the masculine is the right side. This is the creation energy, and we all have this energy within us. So I feel like being fair in receptivity is very important here, especially when it comes to your feminine nature. So be more accepting of things. Just like allow things to flow through you. Okay, we got a couple more cards here. Ooh, we got a bunch more cards here. All right, well, I guess this is the only one that came up, so I'm gonna play this one first. So this is indicating success in two areas. Like he's got his two cups, or his two, not cups, or staffs. He's got his two wands here, and he's got the world in his hand. And we see the roses here, which are symbolic of, you know, love and defensiveness. Not defensiveness as in like having defense, like having, like, you know, the ability to defend yourself. And I feel like that's also the case with this Five of Wands card. Like, you know, you can play with in the field with the others, basically. So let's see what this success is about. The Sun reverse. You know what? I don't feel like these cards. Yeah, I'm not getting a vibe from those cards. As much as like the Sun reverse is fine, like it's not a bad card, but I just feel like I didn't like those cards. Anyways, so I gotta go with my intuition. So let's see what's going on. What is with this Two of Cups, please? Thank you. Ooh, the Star reversed. Okay, so I feel like you're gonna get to this like state of success and manifestation via your inspiration, and you're gonna actually have to discover what this is. It may be difficult with everything, but you're gonna have to go into, you know, your sacred space in your own mind and find out what really ignites you, and from that place you can manifest whatever you want. All right, so let's go into your sacred symbols and see what energy wants to work with you this week. What does Taurus need to hear this week? What does Taurus need to hear this week? What does Taurus need to hear this week, please? Whoa, Taurus needs to hear a lot of things. Okay, there's 3 cards that went face up, so I'll take those. The first one is Psychic. All right, so you know more than you let on, I feel like. And we also got Water. So yeah, this is like the feminine energy. This is receiving energy. So maybe take a bath during this time as well. Psychic energy, I feel like, yeah, tapping into your psychic senses, like, shit, like the best way to start tapping into your psychic abilities is give yourself drills where you're like, you close your eyes, you imagine biting an orange and feeling what that tastes like. You know what it feels like. You can remember that. And just go through, like, think of a certain color, think of a feeling. You can train yourself on any matter of things So I feel like start training your psychic senses and getting near water, like a river, a pond, a lake, whatever you got, the ocean even. Spending some time there and kind of decompressing, because there's a lot of fire energy on the board, so I feel like, you know, balancing that out. And we got the full moon card. So if you're looking for something that's really going to happen and really take off, so in a couple weeks, it'll be a full moon. So I feel like this will be a culmination point of whatever you're trying to manifest right now. And yeah, I feel like it's beautiful energy. I mean, that would be a full moon. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyway. That would, yeah, you know, no, wait. That would be a full moon in your sign, I think. Or would that be Gemini? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, Taurus. So yeah, I mean that's your cards here, and let's go into your rune if you want to stick around for that. Thank you so much for sticking around so far. I really truly appreciate all of your guys' love and support. I'm at like 150 subscribers. It's nuts. I love it. I love doing this stuff for you guys. All right, let's see what I got. What rune does Taurus need to do right now? What rune can Taurus work with this week? Oh, there we go. Flip it over. Ooh, this is Feyru in the reverse position. So this is about possessions. Feyru, yes. 82. Feyru in the reverse. So I'm going to read it directly from the book because that's how it be. There may be considerable frustration in your life when you draw this rune reverse. A wide range of disappointments ranging from the trivial to severe. You fall short in your efforts, you reach out and miss, you get on the wrong train. You may have to sit helplessly and watch while what you've gained starts to dwindle away. Observe what is happening, examine the negative events from an open perspective and ask, what lesson do I need to learn from this in my life? Even if there's an occasion for joy, do not be seduced into mindless joyousness. Reversed Feyru indicates that doubtful situations are abundant and may come in many forms and guises. You are being put in touch with the shadow side of possessions, and yet all of this is part of Yet all this is. Wait, what? I can't read. I'm so sorry. Yet all this is part of coming to be and passing away. Wow. All right. And oh my God. I am so sorry. Whew. Yet all this is part of the coming to be and passing away, and is not that which abides. In dealing with the shadow side of Feyru, you may have opportunity to recognize where your true nourishment lies. I'm so sorry that took me so long to read. That must have been terrible. Yeah. I mean, I feel like with the star in the reverse position here, it's about recognizing your internal light instead of like your possessions and stuff. And yeah, you have change on the board. I mean, you got like, yeah. Okay. Well, that's all I got for you, Taurus. I hope you have a fantastic week. And if you want a private reading, let me know. I'll work with you, work with your chart, work with everything on a personal level. So yeah, if you want to be entered to win for the free reading, just subscribe and let me know down below you subscribed, or sign up for the newsletter. You get all the extra entries. All right, Taurus. Well, I think it's time for me to go to bed. Love you guys so much. Take care. Have a good week.